Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, welcome back. Hope you are all be fine. Today we are going to discuss our topic, that is electric motor. We have divided this topic into three parts. In the first part we will just define that what is electric motor, and in the second part we will discuss the construction or the element from which it is constructed, and in the third part we will discuss the working principle of electric motors. So now let's come to the first part of the electric motor. Electric motor can be defined as a device which is used to convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. Means it is a device and it has the ability to convert electrical energy and into mechanical energy. For example, fans, the most commonly used example in our daily life. Fans, what we do, we provide electrical energy to the fan and it converts it into mechanical energy. In the same way, water pumps, another example is water pump. We provide electrical energy to the pump and it converts into mechanical energy by transporting water from one place to another place. So there are many examples in our daily life of electric motors. Let me give you another example. Juicer or the mixer. We provide electrical energy to that mixer and it converts that into a mechanical energy. The same way there are many examples like washing machine, ACs, air condition. So this was all the definition of electric motor. Now we will come to the construction, second part of our topic, that is construction of electric motor. Electric motor consists of following elements. Here the figure or the diagram of the electric motor is here shown in this figure. You can see it here. First element of the electric motor is the magnet. This is what? This is a magnet used in the electric motor and it provides magnetic field. Magnetic field, external magnetic field is obtained by or from magnets. The second one is the armature. Here you can see this rectangular coil which is made of a conducting wire and which will be rotated in this magnetic field. We will see it in later. So a rectangular coil and made of conducting wire, and this rectangular coil is also called armature. So the second element is armature. The third element is split rings commutators. Like here you can see this is what? This is a commutator or it is or we can call it split ring commutators. It is like a ring is divided into two halves. So here you can see this is like a ring or a sphere and it is divided into two parts. That's why we call them split ring commutators. And here in the figure, this one side of the split ring or one split ring is represented by A and the other one is A dash. And the function of this split ring to reverse the direction of the current. We use these split rings in electric motors to reverse the direction of the current. Now, how this split ring commutators will reverse the direction of the current. We will study it in the working principle. So the fourth part is here brushes. And one thing more, this split ring commutator is connected with the coil, rectangular coil or armature. And the next part is carbon brushes, or we can simply call them brushes. And these brushes are made from graphite. Now the function of these brushes here in electric motor is that it provide electrical contact to the commutators with battery, or we can say that with the help of these carbon brushes, this commutator is connected with the battery. Now the next and the last part of the construction element is the source or battery, which provides current to flow through commutators, then through this armature. So this was our two parts of the electric motor of our topic. Now we will move to the third and the important part of our topic, which is the construction of working principle of electric working principle of electric motors, that on which principle this electric motor can perform or can work. So the principle is that, as we have discussed in the previous lecture, that when a current carrying loop is placed in a magnetic field, it will start rotate due to torque acting on the loop. The same principle is here. So when the current flow starts flow from the battery and it comes to the brush, then this brush is in contact. It is not connected. This brush is not connected with the split ring. It is just touching. Like here you can see this marker is just touching my finger, and by touching the split ring it provides electrical current to the split ring. Now from this split ring, like here you can see this split ring, which is represented by A dash, is connected with the coil. So the current will flow through the coil or will enter from this A dash end of the loop and flow through the coil, will go out or will come back to this commutator, which is represented by A, and then it will come to the negative terminal of the battery. So when the current flow through the coil, it will rotate around its axle. Here we will have an axle. Like here you can see this is axle. So the coil, when the current flow through the coil, it will rotate around this axle. Then now the question arises, when the current flow through the coil, how it will rotate? So you can see here this coil has two sides. The first one is RS side and the second one is PQ side, and it is a conductor. So when the current will flow through this RS conductor, a force will be exerted on RS side, and its direction can be found using Fleming left hand rule. So we will apply Fleming left hand rule on this side to find the direction of the force. And the same way, now when the current flow through PQ side, it will also experience a force. So also by using Fleming left hand rule, we will find the direction of the force acting on the PQ side. First come to the RS side of the coil. Now look at here, what Fleming left hand rule was that this forefinger, place it in the direction of magnetic field. Like here you can see it is from north to south, and the current in the direction of the middle finger in the direction of the current which is flowing from R to S upward, like here this one, like this one. So like this. Now this thumb will indicate the direction of the force. This force is acting inward to the screen or inside to the screen, and it is represented by F. So the direction of the force acting on RS side is inward. Now we will come to the PQ side of the coil. Again we will apply the Fleming left hand rule, and according to this rule, again the middle or the first finger in the direction of magnetic field and the middle finger in the direction of the current. So the thumb will indicate the direction of the force. Now applied it here at this PQ side of the conductor, the force is acting outward. The force is acting outward. So these two forces are equal in magnitude, but they are opposite in direction. How they are opposite? Means one is acting inward and the other one is acting outward. So these two forces are opposite to each other. This coil will start to rotate. This coil will rotate until it reach or it completes half cycle, or we can say it reach to the vertical position. So when it reach to the vertical position, then this coil will not rotate due to the net force acting, or the net forces acting on the coil is 0. So the coil will not rotate. Now how this rotation or how the remaining half cycle can be completed? That's why we use, for this problem, we use this commutators or split ring commutators. Now look at here how these commutators will reverse the direction of the current. Now at first this A dash side is in contact with B dash side, and this B dash side is contact with the positive terminal of the battery, which flows from downward to outward. So when the coil rotates, this split ring commutator will also be rotate, and these brushes will not move with the commutators, because I told you that these brushes just touches the commutator or split ring commutator. So when the half cycle is completed, means it reach its vertical position. So this A dash side, which is now connected with B dash and positive terminal of the battery, will come to the place of A, split ring of A, which is represented by A, and it is connected with B, and with B from B after negative terminal of the battery. So when this A dash change its position and come in place of A, so A will also change its position and come in place of A dash. So like here, now look at here, this is the most important point. This split ring is connected with negative terminal of the battery. Now this split ring will be connected with the positive terminal of the battery. So in this section, the current is flowing towards the commutator, and here when it comes here, so the current will flow away from the commutator. So in this way the direction of the current will be reversed within the motor, and when, as we have discussed, then when the direction of the current is reversed, the direction of the force also become reversed. So after the first half was completed when A dash was connected with the positive terminal of the battery. Now the second half will be completed when the split ring A is become in contact with the positive terminal of the battery, and this process occurs after each half cycle. After each half cycle, the direction of the current is reversed, and in the same way the coil will continue its rotation and complete its cycle. So here you can see that, like here, when the current flow through the coil, then it will rotate around axle due to torque acting on it. As I told you before, that it will produce rotation. So when the coil reach to the vertical position, I told you, when complete half cycle, then it will stop to rotate due to the net force acting on it 0. Net force will become 0, so the coil will not rotate. So to complete the remaining half cycle, split ring commutator is used to reverse the direction of the current. So we have discussed all these about electric motor. If you have any question, you can ask in comment. Till next session, have a good time and take care of yourself. Stay safe at home. Thank you for watching.